Hi loves, welcome back to the channel where we grow, level up and become the best version of ourselves. In today's video, we're talking about communication skills that can literally change your life. How you communicate can affect your relationships, career, confidence, every single thing. And in this video, I will share 7 powerful ways to improve the way you talk, listen, and connect with others. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 1 on my list is master the act of listening. Listening is a very underrated communication skill. Most persons don't even listen when you speak. They listen to argue, not to understand. So be different. You don't have to have a response, a million response to what the other person is saying. Try maintaining eye contact or make eye contact. Try to avoid the urge, resist the urge of interrupting when the other person speaks, and make comments like, I get you. I see where you're coming from. I understand now, or I understand better. So you do not need to have a million responses to what they're saying. Okay? Allow the person feel that they're being heard. So it will create some sort of trust in their heart that actually you listen to whatever they are saying. And even if you have your few objections to whatever they're saying, but just allow them speak and actually listen to understand. Second point is speak with purpose. Some people feel this awkwardness when there's a sudden silence in the room. They just feel that, I need to do something about it. They begin to talk. Speak with purpose. Before you open your mouth and utter a word or any word, make sure you think before you speak. Ask yourself, this thing I'm about to say, is it going to make sense? So whenever you speak, let your words have weight and let them make sense. Okay? Let them make sense. Be clear. Keep it simple. You don't need to use big words for people to understand you or know that you have a good communication skill. Just make sure that whatever you're saying is simple, clear enough, and easy to understand. The third point is use your body language to communicate. Most persons communicate the wrong things just from their body language. When someone is speaking to you or relating some sort of information or concern to you, do you cross your arms or do you press your phones or just lost in something away from whatever the discussion is? Do you maintain eye contact? When you maintain eye contact with whoever you're speaking with or whoever is speaking with you, they feel like you are actually invested in whatever they are saying. And it actually feels good to be heard, honestly. Because if you're talking to someone and the person is maybe chatting on the phone, watching maybe movies, you will feel like the person maybe doesn't value your time or value you or doesn't want to even hear whatever you have to say. So you need to make sure you maintain eye contact. And when the person is communicating with you or when you're in any place, make sure you smile when appropriate. Please do not smile anyhow so people won't get the wrong signal, all right? So make sure you smile when the need arises. Just make sure you're passing the right message with your body language. The fourth point is ask meaningful questions. As a good communicator, you do not want to ask anyhow question. You don't want to ask just random questions. That is why it's important before you utter a word, Speak to yourself. Ask yourself, this thing I'm about to say, is it something meaningful or should I just keep quiet? So when you're communicating with someone, ask questions that won't keep the person anxious or make the person anxious. Make sure you're asking questions that will make the other person feel valued. People want to feel valued, and you can do that by how you communicate. When you want to ask about a person's day, you simply just ask. Instead of asking, how was your day? Just ask, what was the best part of your day? And please, when asking this question, don't just ask because you want to ask. Maintain eye contact and smile if smiling is needed in whatever conversation you're having with that person. So ask meaningful questions that will make the other person feel valued. The fifth point is learn to pause. Yes, you need to take little breaks when you're communicating. If you speak fast, you project or send the wrong signals to whoever that is listening to you that maybe you're anxious or you don't know what to say. For some people, they believe if you don't answer immediately, it makes you look less competent or less confident. That is not true. There's power in taking small pauses when you are communicating. So if you're communicating, learn to take few seconds pause before actually responding. With these few seconds, you're going to think of what your response should be, and if that response is going to project whatever message you're trying to send across to the other person or to the other party. So learn how to pause when communicating. It also help you so that you can be able to relax and be able to communicate better. The sixth point is be present. You need to be present when communicating. There's some persons that you communicate with, they're either on their phones, like I said earlier, pressing their phones, chatting, laughing, and you ask them questions, you'll be like, oh, I'm following, I'm following. And meanwhile, they are not invested in that conversation. Please learn to be present when communicating. This will improve your communication skill a whole lot. Learn to be present, not just physically. Ask questions that will also let the other person know that you're actually listening to them. Keep your phone aside when communicating. Even if you were on the phone before the person approached you, set your phone aside and actually listen. When you're done listening, ask genuine questions. And if there's a need to compliment, please also compliment. All right? So make sure you're present in your conversation, no matter how boring it is. The last but not the least point is be authentic, please. We live in a world where everybody just wants to live a life that they have no knowledge or idea of. There's a word, they say fake it until you make it. There's another word, say packaging. Everything's about packaging these days, but you need to remain or stay true to your real self. If you have an accent when speaking, all you need to do is just develop how you speak by learning new words, not necessarily changing your accent, but for words that need certain form of pronunciation, learn that. So do not like try to use voices that you know that is not yours. There's some persons you will meet over the phone, their voice sound different. Then when you meet them physically, they are a whole different package. So just try to stay true to yourself. Be authentic. Being authentic doesn't necessarily mean that you won't improve yourself. Remember, we said becoming better versions of ourselves, but then you need to still stay true to yourself. That is why we have it's yourself that you're trying to improve, but not trying to fake. I don't know if you got that. So try to Be authentic, even if you're improving yourself. People do not connect with perfection because we know no one is perfect. What they connect with is authenticity. So you need to be real all the way, 100%. The truth is, your words are powerful, so powerful. They can heal, restore, and even do otherwise. That is why you have to be very conscious, very intentional with how you communicate. So if you want to grow in your business, in your relationships, career, whatever you're pursuing, you need to improve on your communication skill. Like we said, master the act of listening, use your body language to communicate, ask meaningful questions, learn to pause, be present, and be authentic. You need to put all this. It's going to be a gradual step, all right? So you will need to take one step, start working with the first point, which is master the act of listening. When you're done with that, you can come back to this video and get the other points. If this video spoke to you, please like this video, drop a comment telling me the point that hit home for you, and please share this video to who needs it. And also do not forget to subscribe so you can get more weekly motivation. Remember, when you talk, listen, and connect, you change your life. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.